Bonjour, 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 my dear patrons. I have taken you on a private tour. You are looking at the beautiful cathedral in Bayonne, Sainte Marie, but you are looking at it from a beautiful place, a cloister that has been here for a really long time. It was designed in the 13th century, but it sits on a former cloister. And this cloister has played a very important part in the history of Bayonne. This is the place where city officials would meet the population, local population, where merchants would meet as well. It was a cemetery at some point in time. And I thought I would bring you here because there is a special exhibit going on dedicated to regional costumes. The type of clothing that people wear around here or have worn around here, that's the start of the exhibit. Not only in the countryside, but also at the court, since Bayonne is the capital of the French Basque country. And kings and leaders, political leaders, have stayed here over the centuries. So the exhibit tells you a lot about the way of making the different outfits. There's a section on linen, a section on wool, a section on cotton as well. And then there is, every time they give you the name of the valley, the nearby valley. Paysan means peasants. So this is how peasants would dress on a good day, I would think. Now this cloister, we can't forget, is also beautiful and deserves some attention. There are reminders of the fact that it was indeed a cemetery. And you can see also stones that came from the cathedral, so they use it. We call this un dépôt lapidaire, which means a place where you store old stones. They have those in Paris and in any big city where a famous monument, religious site or not, has been renovated. They find a place to store old parts of it. Look at this one. You see the shoes, known as the espadrilles. Apparently, you can walk for hours in those if you know how to wear them. And the best ones are handmade. Here are some coiffes, C-O-I-F-F-E-S, the ladies would wear on their heads. Let's go around here. This is the section dedicated to linen. Nice and cool for the hot summers here. And look behind it. I don't know if costume is the right word. I used costume, maybe it's traditional wear, I should say. Anyway, you know what I mean. Here's the cotton section. I love this section because it shows you how people would dress in Biarritz, the elegant imperial city. Look at the children. Look at the elegance. Picture these young kids walking along the waterfront in Biarritz in the late 19th or early 20th century. And these were the nourrissins. So not quite the nannies. Nourrices were the women who could feed the children when their mothers couldn't. Here's the part on more peasant wear, I guess, but very colorful this time. See, they tell you the name of the region. I don't know the area well enough to know all these different locations. The valleys and more paysannes or peasant women. And as we get towards the end, you see more of the clothing that would be worn at the court. So whenever they welcomed French or foreign dignitaries in this area, these are some of the outfits they would wear. Here's the headgear for women. Quite unique. It's called a tontorak, Tontorrak. This funny looking hat. This woman from San Sebastian. This is beautiful. And always the beautiful architecture of the Cloister, which was a Romanesque cloister before it was attached to the cathedral, the Gothic cathedral that we see today. And the last section is about what you wear for carnival in the winter. And in this whole area known as le Pays du Labourd, Labourd, it's the name of the area outside Bayonne. These are some of the outfits, and this time I guess you can talk about costumes here. The colors. So colorful. Okay, this one here with the big hat, his eyes look so real. I thought it was a real person looking at me. It's a little spooky. I suppose you could wear that to go to the market, and you could carry some groceries on top. There you go. One last peek at the beautiful Cloister. I hope you've enjoyed following me here today. This was a way to thank you for your continued support and for being my club members. Here we are, in a beautiful cloister in Bayonne that only you will see on this trip. Thank you very much. À bientôt les amis.